Coming up on Torrance Today, it's graduation season and thousands of El Camino College students celebrate their big day. The State of the State brings together leaders representing our neighborhoods, and we have an exciting update on the city's temporary housing program and an invitation for residents to check it out. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, June 13th. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. Election results are still coming in with several more updates to come. The County of Los Angeles Registrar Recorder County Clerk shared its canvass update schedule for the statewide direct primary election and counted some more votes on Friday, June 10th. The next canvass of ballots will take place tomorrow, June 14th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., followed by more updates every 3 or 4 days through June 28th and possibly on July 1st if needed. Here are our local election results so far. Councilmember George Chen is still leading the mayoral race. Former Councilmember Tim Goodrich is leading the race for city treasurer as well. John Kaji remains the frontrunner for Council District 1. Assam Sheikh is holding on to his lead for Council District 3. Councilmember Aurelio Matucci is also looking like he may be able to retain his seat in District 5. And Measure SST still looks like a yes. If passed, it would add a half-cent sales tax to the city's existing 9.5% tax on retail purchases, bringing in about $18 million a year for the city to fund its local services such as fire, paramedic, public safety, and more. Also coming out on top of this election are Assemblymember Al Muratsuchi, Congressman Maxine Waters and Ted Lieu, and Senator Ben Allen, who are all expected to continue representing our district. For more details, go to torranceca.gov/election, and for updated election results, visit lavote.gov. For the first time in more than 2 years, El Camino College graduates got to celebrate their milestone in person at Murdoch Stadium.
Coming from parents that are immigrants to this country and being born here, I feel like it was a very big burden on my end to show that we're here to strive, we're here to better ourselves, and then becoming a mother at a very young age, I had double the pressure to succeed. So having been able to walk that stage today not only is a big celebration on my own, but for my mother and for my daughter as well.
We saw all of those first generation students, just the opportunity that this college provides to this community. I mean, those folks are going to go out and not only are they going to bring new businesses to our communities, but they're going to be teachers and doctors. This is our community and this is our future, and it's exciting to have been a part of that. My belief, and I know that they are going to make this world a better place. What they have lived through with the pandemic and the resilience that they're bringing and the ability to pivot and just a whole different way of seeing the world, they're going to change the way that we are as communities and as a nation, I think.
Many students who are part of the 2020 and 2021 virtual commencements also joined this year's in-person ceremony. City Cable's Kirk Lyons was out there with the crowds, and we'll show you more from this commencement ceremony on future episodes of Weekends in Torrance. In June 2021, Torrance City Council approved a temporary housing program for people experiencing homelessness in Torrance for a pilot period of 12 months. The program is called 3290 Temporary Housing Village at Civic Center Drive, and the village is set to open next month. The program provides people experiencing homelessness with housing stability in the form of a tiny home, a 64-square-foot living unit. The village will have 40 individual living units as well as shared restrooms and showers. People at the village will be provided with 3 meals a day. The goal of the program is to provide people with a secure space for a temporary period of time while they move towards permanent housing. Permanent housing can include options such as being reunified with family members or attaining subsidized housing. To support people moving towards permanent housing options, Harbor Interfaith Services, a longtime provider of services for people experiencing homelessness, will be the operator of the site. Professionally trained staff develop a housing plan for each person at the village and provide the support necessary for each person to successfully move towards permanent housing. Support services may include anything from helping someone attain proper identification, such as a birth certificate or a California identification, to medical services and life skills training. Torrance's outreach team has been working actively to identify people experiencing homelessness right here in Torrance to be part of the program. The community is invited to learn more about the village. 3 community engagement sessions are planned for Tuesday, June 28th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Wednesday, June 29th, from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and Thursday, June 30th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. During the community engagement sessions, the community can see the village site before it officially opens, and Harbor Interfaith Services and city staff will be available to answer questions about the program. The community engagement event will take place at 3290 Civic Center Drive, and parking is readily available in the Cultural Arts Center parking lot. For questions, please contact the city manager's office at 310-618-5880. The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce State of the State took place last week at Sunrider International, featuring updates from several key leaders representing our community.
Well, this is a chance for leaders from the Torrance community to get the opportunity to hear from their state legislators and have a dialogue about everything that's been happening at the state. We talked about the budget, we talked about a number of the bills that are making their way through, some issues that are on people's minds, from crime and homelessness all the way over to climate change and environmental issues, budget issues, lots of things going on right now.
I think it's critical to provide a legislative update, not only to our Chamber of Commerce, but to the community as a whole, to know where those commonalities are, where there are differences, how the legislature can help small businesses, but at the same time, how small business can interact with government and improve. That's a relationship that surely needs to be built upon. I relish this opportunity to not only let them hear from me, but me to hear from them as well.
I'm fighting to get more funding for our Torrance schools as a former Torrance school board member. I'm also fighting to get some money back to California taxpayers. I know that with inflation that people are hurting now. Gas prices are up, and so I'm fighting to get some taxpayer rebates back into the pockets of Torrance residents and all Californians.
The leaders addressed a variety of topics, including the economy, inflation, the state budget, homelessness, and funding for our schools. You can watch the entire State of the State address on our social media platforms. A free landscaping workshop takes place this week, helping us to design a more eco-friendly yard during the ongoing drought. The City of Torrance is joining the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California to offer a series of free Zoom webinars regarding sustainable landscaping. The first of 3 sessions takes place this Wednesday, June 15th from 6 to 7 p.m. The California Friendly and Native Plant Landscaping class will help attendees to design a yard using the 4 principles of watershed-wise landscaping. Then a garden design workshop takes place on Wednesday, July 13th, followed by a session about removing, replacing, or maintaining your turf organically on Wednesday, August 10th. To learn more and to register, go to torranceca.gov/events. The Los Cancioneros Master Chorale entertained community members once again in person at the Armstrong Theater.
It's so important being part of something bigger than yourself, and especially coming out of COVID where we're all isolated. Just the sense of community and singing next to other people who have the same passion as you.
We give scholarships to deserving local students who are actively studying music, and some of our winners throughout the years have gone on to great success, for instance, starring on Broadway or in the Metropolitan Opera in New York City.
This is our 73rd year. We've been going since 1949, and it's great to keep going, and we expect to go for another 73 years.
You always hope that you give the audience an experience with not so much that you do every note perfect, but that you give them something that makes them feel better.
This concert was called Music from Across the Pond, highlighting songs from a range of English composers and lyricists, including John Lennon and Paul McCartney. The chorale consists of more than 50 singers who have performed at Carnegie Hall in New York and toured Canada, Europe, and South America. They have another concert coming up in December. To learn more about this group, go to lcmasterchorale.com. COVID-19 cases and outbreaks are on the rise again at skilled nursing facilities in LA County. For the week ending on May 29th, skilled nursing facilities reported 114 new cases among residents and 205 new cases among staff. That's a 443% and 439% increase in new cases respectively when compared to just 1 month ago. The number of outbreaks per week spiked in the past week to 40 new outbreaks during the 7 days ending on June 7th. Public health officials are working closely with skilled nursing facilities to respond to the outbreaks. These facilities continue to maintain enhanced protective measures, including indoor masking and testing requirements for residents, staff, and visitors. They're also appropriately isolating and quarantining residents and limiting communal dining and group activities that cannot be held outdoors. Health experts say high levels of vaccination and booster coverage within these facilities help provide life-saving protection. As of May 29th, 91% of nursing home residents were fully vaccinated and 79% of them were boosted with their first booster dose. And 98% of staff members were fully vaccinated and 89% of them were boosted as well. Target issued a nationwide recall on a set of children's pajamas due to a potential burn hazard. The unicorn Cat and Jack children's pajamas include a black pajama top with ivory unicorns and stars with the phrase "Dream Away" printed in metallic gold lettering. The pajama bottoms are ivory with unicorns and stars as well. Target and Joey Clothing say the pajamas pose a burn risk because they don't meet flammability standards. The product item number is printed on the labels on both the tops and bottoms. All sizes, extra small to extra large, are affected. About 120,000 sets were sold at Target stores nationwide and online from October 2021 through March 2022. Fortunately, no children have suffered any burns. Target is offering a full refund. It's the biggest jump in inflation in 40 years. The price of everything has gone up dramatically, as we're probably well aware by now, from gas to groceries. The average American family is spending $346 a month more than in 2021 for the same goods. A new government report says inflation is accelerating at the fastest pace in 4 decades, and experts warn that price hikes have not peaked. The Consumer Price Index rose 8.6% in May compared to a year ago. Gas prices jumped 50%. President Joe Biden promised to take action during a visit to the Port of Los Angeles. He said inflation outside of energy and food, which is what the economists call core inflation, moderated over the last 2 months, and added that we needed to come down much more quickly. Analysts predict the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates the next time it meets. Still ahead on this Motivational Monday, here's a friendly reminder to challenge yourself and learn something new this summer. We'll be back with an inspiring story in 60 seconds.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go.
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait.
end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to leave you with a positive story from our community that fits the theme for the day. On this Motivational Monday, the City of Torrance invites more people to sign up for fun summer classes. Most of them begin the week of June 19th. And the Southern California Regional Occupational Center also has classes to challenge your mind and possibly help you explore a new career. SoCal ROC shares the story of an alum named Tom Mulvihill who has enjoyed his job as a welder for more than 30 years. He says this job is in demand right now, with many starting at a salary of $75,000 a year with no college debt. The West High graduate says he didn't get the best grades in school, and after taking his counselor's advice, he enrolled in classes at SoCal ROC and discovered his passion for his current profession. He even got to fulfill his dream of enlisting in the U.S. Navy as a welder in submarine building and nuclear energy. Registration is in progress for summer and fall 2022 job training classes, with special emphasis on career fields that have been growing in demand during the pandemic. So whether you're looking to get active, switch jobs, or just have fun, now is the perfect time to explore and sign up. For recreational classes with the city, log on to torranceca.gov/class schedule. And for more information on job training classes, go to socalroc.com. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov, and send us pictures if you have a special graduate you're celebrating this year. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.